What's going on, everybody? This is VertCam Travel coming to you from Ho Chi Minh City Airport. We're doing an international departure, fast track style. So we'll see how good this goes. Supposed to be meeting the guy here at column 4. He's been texting me. I'm going to call him right now. I'm a little late, that's why. All right, here we are. So this is the VIP service. It's $50 US, $55 US. And we'll see how this goes. Flying Singapore Airlines. If you're not flying first class or business class, you can see how busy it is in here at about 2:30 in the afternoon here in the middle of November. This is probably one of the busiest airports in all of Vietnam. Cool thing is I don't have to carry my suitcase like I usually do. And I provided all my details, flight details, so he knows exactly where to go. It's Vietnam Airlines. Oh, Singapore. Oh wow, look at that line for departure. Oh my gosh. That is long line. Over there. Oh wow. So there was only one person in front of me, but now we'll see how the security check goes. This is the real challenge here. Let's see, that's immigration. Oh my goodness. Wow, the line starts right here. Wraps. So hopefully this is for sure fast track. What a line. They are building a new airport here. In 2026 it should be open. Which should alleviate a lot of the congestion. Although it seems like simply opening up all of the booths might relieve a lot of the tension. I don't know. Okay. All right, update. So the security check was a lot faster than the immigration. The immigration took about 10 to 15 minutes, even in the fast track line. I would say if you were not doing fast track, immigration is going to be about an hour, which I don't know what's going on with that. Like, immigration should not, I don't know, in 2025 it shouldn't be that way. So that's where a lot of people are hitting a bottleneck, is the immigration. They don't even ask any questions. They just scan your passport. It's like kind of a trivial necessity that countries still do. Singapore, of course, where I'm going next, you just scan the passport on the machine. You scan your face and you're in. So yeah, to spend an hour doing that just to leave a country, to get your passport scanned. Hopefully the new airport has the modern technology, because that's what they need. If they had the modern technology, it would be a lot faster. Here's the okay, thank you so much. Have a good day. Okay, bye-bye. But yeah, that was worth it if you like saving time. Well, I didn't film much in here, but we got to find the flight. So we're going at 4:15 to Singapore. Not seeing it on there. Let's see here. Oh, is it delayed? Is it? I don't know. Okay, well, either way, here's a look at the new airport that's coming. I guess it's opening up, but like halfway, and that new airport is going to take the pressure off this one, because Vietnam has become incredibly popular as a tourist destination lately. And so they're going to, from what I understand, keep this one open, but open that one and then slowly but surely keep building that one, which will eventually replace this one fully. But they've got a huge plan. I mean, from my perspective, after being in Vietnam for a while, if Vietnam plays its cards right, I mean, it could be the next Southeast Asia powerhouse. Personally, I think in Southeast Asia, this one could probably be the, yeah. I think it's ahead of Indonesia. It could possibly pass Thailand. They just got to make a couple adjustments, and they can trade like crazy. Like they'll be huge trading capitalist. Well, if they wanted to be capitalist, what I mean by that is if they wanted to dominate, or not dominate, but accelerate in trade, they have it. They have the potential, for sure. And I say that because the people are some of the most exceptional, talented, just right now I feel like they're coming into their era of realization how they can compete on a global stage. And I mean, I love Thai people. I go around Malaysia, but Vietnamese, they are talented with their hands, their mind, and if they're allowed to like tap into the international workforce, I mean, they're gonna do some amazing things. And I'm saying that from observation, what I've seen. So, you know, if they're building this airport, hopefully they didn't cut any corners and they aim for the sky, and they're using the best of the technologies that are available to them. I would say they're gonna take advantage. It's kind of like if you give everyone a tool, everyone has the same tool. Like, let's just say you're a lumberjack and you're cutting the tree down, and every single person has the same tool. Who wins? That's what I'm saying with Vietnam. Give Vietnam all the same tools the international community has, and what do? I don't think they can pass China, but in Southeast Asia, they can definitely. I mean, obviously, they're nowhere near as big as China. China's huge. But look at this. Vietnam Airlines. But as they rise, of course, you know, maybe they could become like the next Singapore or something like that. I don't see why not. Saigon has it in it. All right. So they're boarding. I would say fast track is worth it. It's $55 extra. If you don't want to deal with lines, it's worth it. If you don't mind waiting in lines for about an hour, sometimes less, don't worry about it. That $55 is worth it. Stress-free, really.
To the passenger in boarding group number 4, queue up in one line here before boarding. Xin mời hành khách nhóm số 4 xếp thành một hàng tại đây chuẩn bị lên tàu bay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're on the Metro line.
Alright. Trying to build status with Singapore Airlines. Takes forever. It's not easy. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Hello, how are you?
Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much.